tock, it's beer o'clock, so what have you got to lose? Tick tick tock, it's beer o'clock with Slosh and Buuz.
It's day 16 of Slosh's 4th ever annual craft beer and hot sauce advent calendar. I am filming immediately after the last one because I'm on a time limit, but I've got a ration. I'm on a time limit to ration time. I've got rations of time as well as stuff that can be rationed. Anyway, it is, I'm recording this on the 20th of the 12th of 2017 at 12:12. It's a lot of 2s and 12s. 22. We're doing the Buuz Bud Advent Calendar as always. We will begin with that. Check out their website, www.boozbud.com. They've got absolutely mountains of stuff you can try. You can use our code SloshBuuz. You get a 15% discount. Can't use it to get the advent calendars, even if they were still available, especially given that it's the 20th of the 12th and it's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Everybody got all their presents bought. Everybody got all their food organised. Everybody got their parties done. Everybody got all their stuff done. Everybody got all the stuff. Do you have all of your stuff done? I got most of mine done. So beer website. See what we've got. See if it's better than the blonde of yesterday. The yesterday blonde. Don't know. This is Four Pines Brewing Company's Kolsch. 330. I didn't even say anything about the last one. Don't need the details of the blonde. 330 mils, 22 IBUs, 4.6% alcohol. Yeah. It's WA beer. There you go. Let's WA Chili Seed Exchange .org. So WACSE.org. Go check them out. They're absolute legends. They are good friends of mine, and they have a lot of cool merch. I really should put the shirt on, but I keep forgetting in between these videos. TikTok, it's tiny beer o'clock. This is day 16 of the Advent Calendar. This is a Kolsch. Oh no! I've spilled a tiny amount of tiny beer from the tiny beer glass. It was a tiny spill because it's only a tiny glass. Oh, doesn't that hit the spot? I mean, that's fine. I actually quite like the aftertaste. I'm going tentatively, because I don't get to try much of it. What number went up there? Oh, I didn't say a number. Should I try again? No, nothing happened. We'll go 6. There we go. 6. There. I don't know if that's going to work because I just make this up as I go along. Beer's fine. It's a Four Pines. It's a Kolsch. It's fine. It's nothing to write home about, especially, you know, I'm at home. I guess I could write a post-it note and leave it on the fridge about it, you know, because I am home. It's nothing special. It's nothing bad. It's a perfectly fine beer. It's fine. Yeah. 6. I mean, it's fine. It's all good. Absolutely perfectly fine. I forgot to do a thing for a thing because we've got to do some nonsense. What nonsense could I do? I don't know. I'm really not, you know, thinking these things through. I found this on my table. Why have I got a screw? When did I get a screw? I haven't had a screw in... That has to have been there for ages. Has to have been there for ages. Anyway, so we're going to move on to the sauce. And, pow. Bond Pussy, Bond Scotch sauce, 150 mils, XXX hot. Anyway, www.bondpussy.com.au. It's right down there. I'm going to stop being quite so silly. The beer was, I mean, I'm not getting to drink all of them, so I'm kind of glad they're not fantastic, if that makes sense. Because if it was a really good beer, it'd be a lot harder to tip down the sink after the end of the episode. It would be really, really hard. Especially the last one, the blonde one. I was so happy to get rid of it. I was like running for the kitchen, throwing it out. I didn't even give you a percentage alcohol and anything. I was like, get rid of it. Get this blonde out of here. Anyway, we're doing this. I'm gonna need a stabby thing. Where do I put my stabby thing? Might have to use a pen this time. I've got to use a pen because I've lost my stabby thing. But it seems to be working quite well as a stabby thing. Oh, a rippy thing. Oh. Yeah. Anyway, as I said yesterday, I'm recording this on Wednesday, the 20th of the 12th. The kids are down at their grandparents visiting their mum again. So, I've got a few hours free. It's been quite difficult to do it at the moment when they're here. Because they keep walking in and I don't really want to be in the middle of going, oh, got a rippy thing. I've got the little rippy thing. Just do a stabby thing to do the rippy thing. When my children walk in because they're like, why is Dad whispering to the microphone about a stabby thing? And then they run away screaming, going, ah! And we don't want that to happen. I think I did that already, so because I did the tick tock. It's tiny beer o'clock. So there you go. We should get into it. I remember trying this at the Ravenswood Chili Festival thing, and it was quite delicious. So I'm going to pour this a little bit closer to me, so that I don't have as much of a risk of spilling it as I have. For this entire event calendar, this could be the spillage calendar, really. It could just be multiple copies of me spilling things and going, oh, shit. So on the 16th day of Christmas, my true love, Bon Pussy, gave to me their Bon Scotch XXX hot sauce, which I remember being quite good. It's so good. It's got almost like their island one. It's got a bit of that tropical, like, island flavor. Like, I imagine, like, dancing and stuff and maracas for some reason. That's probably not true. I should probably do the things. It's got chili, peach. Yeah, it's the peach. It's the peach that I can taste. Yeah, no, that's awesome. So it's got chili, peach, lime, vinegar, sugar, herbs, and spices, salt. It is a vinegar sauce, but it's really delicious. Bon Pussy Bon Scotch sauce blends the famous Jamaican Scotch bonnet, chili, and peach to make a fruity, fiery taste. Handmade in Fremantle, 110% natural, all that stuff. It is very fruity. It's very sweet. Yeah, that initial kind of sweetness of it is the peach. Now that I've read the bottle, that's just flowing through it is absolutely delicious. Look, this is another one of their sauces which I'm absolutely going to love. I'm going to use it on everything. What should I say? Hate, I'm going to go 4. I have to do it the other way around, don't I? Taste 8, heat 4. It's absolutely delicious. I think it's going to be one of those things that I can add to almost everything. And it's going to work with everything. It would be absolutely masterful on a big hunk of like fresh bread that's been like grilled, toasted with like butter melted all over it, a big thick slab of bacon, and one of those eggs that are just perfectly fried, except for the top, which is really runny. So you pour this all over the top, then you pop the egg and it just goes over everything and starts soaking through. This would be masterful on that. Absolutely masterful. I want an egg now. Not an eggnog. An egg now. Pardon me. I'm really trying not to burp during these, but they do sometimes sneak out. We are up to question mark. Now, I didn't get anything for question mark again, but we'll read a little bit more of Chaos Magic in a second. I'm just going to pour myself another pint of Tiny Glass. Whoa, what a beer. If I hold it like this and I go, oh, how can I do it? My brain can't do it. I have to work out if I can do that at another time when I'm not on the camera. Anyway, we are, as I said, barreling through these. So cat, ooh. Oh, I'm not going to read that. That sounds like we've skipped too much. What shall we read? We're going to read from page 30 of Chaos, Condensed Chaos by Phil Hine. Self-assessment. In addition, Chaos Magic places an emphasis on self-assessment. Unfortunately, each individual's capacity for self-delusion and blindness to problem areas does not somehow cease when a certain level of magical proficiency is attained. It is always easy to ignore or sweep aside that which does not fit into our dominant image of selfhood. In some magical or mystical systems, the responsibility of assessment is shifted onto a master or guru, someone who is supposed to have a special insight into one's character and know what is the right thing for the student to do next. Within the Chaos approach, responsibility for action and movement rests ultimately with each individual. Certainly, you may seek advice or different perspectives through any means open, from consulting with spirits, divinations, or asking your friends what they think. But the responsibility lies with you. The ability to examine your behaviour, thoughts, and feelings with a degree of dispassion and objectivity is a skill which, once you begin to use it, can be applied to any area of your life. And once again, this is what I find fascinating about this, is not the magical part of it, really, because I don't know how I feel about that. But all of the different systems and the things built into it to make you the best person you can and the most observant person you can be, and being responsible for yourself. I think that's something that's sorely lacking in the world these days. It's always somebody else's fault. It's never your fault. It's always someone else's. And the ability to kind of look objectively at your own situation, at your own actions, at your own life, and be able to sit there and go, yeah, shit, some of that, at least some of that, that was me, is something that most people don't have. And also the awareness. Everybody's rushing around so much. There's always something else to do. I mean, I'm rushing these, and I admit that. I take full responsibility for that because I've got 5 to do today, 3 after this. So we're always looking to the next thing and not focusing on the moment here and now. And that's actually why I haven't had a chance to do a lot of the videos on the day, is because I've been trying to really focus on being present with my children and always be aware of what we're doing and put the phone down and just feeling the wind blow across your skin and listening to the birds in the trees and lying down on the driveway with them and talking to them about, can you feel the sun warming you up and all that stuff. And that's why a lot of these are late, is because I've been putting the here and now as my priority, which when you really look at it is I should have done these every day then, because I'm trying to do everything in the here and now. So once again, I take responsibility for the fact that doesn't really gel with what I'm trying to do. I'm going to have to think about that. You know what I mean. So I feel that's probably a fair bit of stuff. So we did Bon Pussy and 4 Pines Brewing Kolsch today. Sauce was fantastic. The beer was fine. It was fine. So I'm going to do number 10, and I'm going to stop talking. As always, thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for being involved in the Advent calendar. Keep asking questions. I will eventually answer them. I'll collect them all together and do that. And we will be back tomorrow. We're in 10 minutes for me. And we will see what we get for day 17. I love you guys. Thank you for everything over the past, as I'm starting to say, kerfuffle of a year. The great kerfuffle of 2017 was a kerfuffle. And you guys have been amazing. What a kerfuffle. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Love, war.